In this video, I'll be sharing my top 3 cryptos to buy in November 2023, and this month we will be focusing on AI cryptos. In the last 2 months of the year, in November and December, there is a notable concentration of AI conferences which will highlight the growing interest and bring a lot of announcements in the world of AI. The leading AI-focused altcoins are also anticipated to seize this opportunity and announce their latest update. This is why I think we will see another wave of AI crypto hype coming in November. Welcome back to the VirtualBacon channel. If you're new here, my name is Dennis. I'm a crypto angel investor and I have invested in over 100 crypto startups. On this channel, I share my views on market trends and investing strategy to build wealth in crypto. On our last top 3 crypto for October, we covered Robit, Radiant Capital, and DYDX. Let's do a quick recap to see how these are doing. For DYDX, my thesis was around the DYDX V4 upgrade, which will bring major revenue sharing to the tokenomics. And this upgrade has finally gone live on October 27th. They have officially announced that DYDX chain will distribute all network fees to their validators and stakers. This is a huge upgrade that changed the biggest problem of DYDX, which is its tokenomics. And we can see the effect on DYDX price from around $2 to $1.80 range that it has been trading at for the past few months. It has had a major rally touching as high as $2.50. Currently, I'm still holding my DYDX position, but I plan to exit it fully before December. This is because on December 1st, there is a major token unlock coming, which will bring the circulating supply for the token from 180 million to 332 million. The sell pressure will be very significant because this is the biggest unlock we will have since its existence. I do think price can continue to run for a few weeks to at least get above the $2.60 level and peak into this previous highs that we had in March and February around $3. But I will not hold this position into December, so keep this in mind. Next up for Robit, I bought a lot on the last dip of RLB right around 12 cents, and this has played out really well as Robit has revisited its all-time high at 20 cents. This position is now a long-term hold for me as the Robit casino is continuing to do well and the revenue will only increase as crypto speculation picks up again and people trade and gamble more on the platform. I plan to hold this well into 2024 and target at least $1.5 to $2 billion of a valuation before exiting. The last coin we covered was Radiant Capital and it was 23 cents at our entry. This project hasn't moved much and in fact it has underperformed Bitcoin and is only up to 25 cents today. The 2 catalyst events I was waiting for both have happened already. The first one is the Arbitrum incentive program which will distribute up to 2.8 million ARB tokens to Radiant platform users. The second event is for Radiant to launch on Ethereum mainnet, and at the time of recording, Radiant has just announced that they will be launching within the next 72 hours, so before November 3rd. Combining the interests of Ethereum mainnet with the Arbitrum incentive program that will also reward Ethereum mainnet users for Radiant, I think this will be a great exit point for this project. That's why I'm looking to exit Radiant in the first week of November when the rewards go live on Ethereum mainnet and the farmers come in and buy up Radiant to take advantage of the new yield, which will boost the price just a little bit more. Okay, now let's get into the biggest crypto narrative to watch for November, and that is with AI. Why do I think AI cryptos are making a major comeback? The first reason is the upcoming OpenAI Developer Conference on November 6th. This is OpenAI's first ever conference, and if you're not familiar, OpenAI is the parent company of the hugely popular ChatGPT project. This event is anticipated to bring new hype to the AI market in general. OpenAI will likely unveil some new features and capabilities for their platform. With it, there will be discussions and excitement across various social media platforms on the new technologies around AI and what it can do. And you can bet that the AI crypto projects are all paying attention and they may try to copy and integrate some of OpenAI's latest features. On top of this, the last 2 months of 2023 is also packed with AI conferences. As the Web2 AI companies announce their major updates, the AI crypto altcoin community is also expected to catch on to this wave. All of the latest features, roadmap updates, and partnerships from the major AI cryptos will all try to target these 2-month periods to make their announcements. We are also seeing the prices starting to move. AI as a crypto sector has been leading the market in this altcoin rally. Looking at a 7-day performance, AI crypto sector is up 20% overall. It's currently the 7th best performing sector in all of crypto. And out of these 7, AI sector has the biggest market cap. So this is a very significant sector that is still leading the market, unlike some of the short-term trends like Reddit points, Discord bots, or some launch pads, etc. And when you look at the specific AI coins, the top 6 AI coins are all up between 13 and 40% over the past week. So let's get into my top 3 picks in the AI crypto sector for November. Number 1 on the list, we have BitTensor Tau. BitTensor is a relatively new project that just launched in 2022. It's a decentralized network of AI models that uses its native token, the Tau, to incentivize new models to come on the platform. Because of this open nature using the blockchain, it enables small teams to deploy their AI models and allow it to grant global access for everyone to use. And if their model is good enough, well, they can start earning income very quickly. On the BitTensor network, these models are deployed under subnets, which are categories of different AI models. These include text generation, machine translation, scraping, image generation, storage, price prediction, etc. The BitTensor project is really quite complex, and I can't say I fully understand it because I don't have a machine learning or AI background. But a few things are definitely noticeable. First, the Tau ticker and the BitTensor project has been trending on X for the majority of 2023. They have a super diehard community similar to the XRP Army and the Link Marines. As long as you engage with them, they'll give you plenty of information about the project and why it's bullish. More recently, it's getting picked up by the mainstream channels as well. Coinsider made a really good video on the potential of Tau and its technology. I recommend you to go watch this for more background. Another good thing for the retail adoption is the BitTensor branding. It is super sexy. Look at this website. It screams high quality research and something that's revolutionary. The BitTensor project also compares itself with Bitcoin very heavily. There's the name BitTensor, which is drawing comparison to Bitcoin. The supposed founder of BitTensor is also pseudo-anonymous Yuma Rao, which is very similar to Satoshi Nakamoto. Their white paper is formatted in a very similar way to the Bitcoin white paper, and the BitTensor tokenomics is practically identical to that of Bitcoin's, as it has a 21 million total supply and a halving schedule. So let's speak about this tokenomics and why I actually don't like it so much right now. You see, the tokenomics of Tau is based on Bitcoin with a total of 21 million tokens and a 4-year halving schedule. The entire project had a fair launch, meaning there was no VC investors and no pre-mine. Instead, it just launched directly to the miners and they started earning rewards. Although mining works really well for Bitcoin, it's because Bitcoin has existed for 10 plus years. Out of Bitcoin's 21 million total supply, 19 million of that is already circulating as it has gone through so much mining and inflation, and the reward percentages are so low now, which means the sell pressure is very small. For BitTensor, however, because it's in its early stages, the amount of tokens that's circulating is actually very small. Today, there's only 5.5 million tokens circulating out of the 21 million max supply. And at the next halving event in September 2025, the supply of BitTensor will grow to 10.5 million. So it will almost double in the next 2 years, which is significant inflation. So while mining is good for long-term potential, can a new project really survive the early high inflation? That's the core question here. And that's why I'm still skeptical about BitTensor's tokenomics. Another major downside for BitTensor is the lack of its current product line. Even though they claim to support all kinds of AI models, currently there are only around 3 or 4 applications on the network that I can find. The first one is this Chat with Hal project, which is essentially a chatbot that you can add to your Discord, Twitter, Nostr, etc. This bot is only available on Discord right now, and there are many of such copies that already exist. So there really isn't a way to verify if this platform is running on BitTensor or not. There is also a ChatGPT clone that is built on BitTensor called Chat&I. I briefly tried this out, but to be honest, this doesn't really work and it's not comparable to ChatGPT. You see here, I told it to summarize the latest Solana Breakpoint conference, which is happening this week. And you see the bot completely misunderstood what Solana Breakpoint Conference is, and instead took the question very literally and discussed breakpoints and trace points in software development. It's not related to my question at all. I also gave it some simpler questions like what is Solana or what is Bitcoin, but it didn't really work. The last application that I think is decently cool is called Reply Tensor. This is a reply bot that is built into Twitter, and you can tag them and let it talk with you and generate images for you. This is very similar to how Midjourney works on Discord, and you can try this out on Twitter today for yourself. Just type /imagine and then your prompt and tag their bot Reply Tensor, and it will generate the image for you. To be honest, this generated very quickly within 2 minutes, and the results are pretty good. The bot also told me that text generation is currently under maintenance, which could be why the chat interface wasn't working. So perhaps the text generation models still need some work on BitTensor. Overall, there seems to be a lack of developer activity on BitTensor's project. The main blockchain explorer for BitTensor is also down right now, which means I can't really see what's happening on the blockchain with the latest transactions. To be completely fair, BitTensor is still in its early stages, which makes these understandable. And I think the lack of developer activity is because their tokenomics is too focused on mining and getting rewards out to miners and validators, and instead they could do better with an ecosystem token grant that could be used to reward developers. Even at today's stage, I still think BitTensor has a lot of potential because it's one of the only few projects that's targeting the next-gen AI models, like Midjourney applications, ChatGPT's applications, etc. I think their direct competitor is SingularityNet, which has been running for many, many years, and this was the original blockchain that combines AI models into a decentralized network. I have already covered SingularityNet in depth in my last AI crypto coins video. And my biggest gripe on SingularityNet was because their models really are too legacy. All of SingularityNet's models are truly legacy and last gen and do not compare at all to the current AI hype with language learning models, image generation models, etc. So that's why I would rather bet on a newer project that has true potential like BitTensor instead of an older project that's just kind of in maintenance like SingularityNet. Even though the packaging is better and the project is more complete, I still think it's not worth betting on anymore. Let's quickly look at BitTensor Tao's price chart. Since October 20th, it has had a major run up from $46 all the way up to $82. The current price is definitely a bit overextended as there's a lot of social media hype around this project and people are just starting to understand that this is the next new and shiny altcoin in the AI sector. That's why I'm waiting for the price to come down a bit more before entering this project. My target is between $66 and $71. This is a significant resistance level in May of this year, and then it acted as support and resistance in the July rallies. There was a lot of consolidation around this range. So the next time price comes down to test this level, I'm gonna wait for a bounce from here to enter. Despite all the fundamental flaws that it has right now, this is still the most popular shiny new AI altcoin that's out there right now. So in a trending market in crypto in general, and knowing that the AI sector is doing well, I don't want to fade this position and just say, oh, this is too early or whatever. I still think this coin has a lot of potential, especially in the short term. As long as I can remain patient and wait for an actual dip to come before entering, I think this is a good opportunity in the next AI wave in the next couple months. I will most likely exit this position before the end of the year because I'm not fully convinced on their fundamentals as a long-term hold. Moving on, the second altcoin that I'm buying in November is Akash Network AKT. The Akash Network is an open source and decentralized cloud solution that allows users to buy and sell computing resources using this decentralized marketplace and the Akash token. Now, I have already covered this project in depth in my Hidden Gem crypto portfolio video, and you can go check that out on the channel. My main thesis from 3 months back was that Akash was undervalued because most people didn't know that they were working on a GPU cloud that's targeted at AI. But in August of this year, the Akash Supercloud for AI officially went live with their latest Mainnet 5 upgrade. Today, you can already rent NVIDIA H100, A100, which are super high-end GPUs that are highly in demand for AI training. When I first covered Akash, the price was trading at 65 cents. And since their mainnet 5 upgrade with their GPU supercloud for AI thing, well, price has had a major rally run all the way to $1.50. After that, the price has come down significantly to as low as 75 cents. So I think this is a really good reload opportunity before the next run-up. The intersection between blockchain and AI is still very early. I think one of the only few practical use cases of crypto with AI is with GPU rendering and GPU networks. GPUs have always been so native to the crypto economy with how mining works. People are very used to getting coin rewards and in exchange letting their GPUs and their powerful computers do certain types of computation, whether that's completely useless like solving hashes for Bitcoin mining or doing some more useful activities such as training AI models. And that's why I think a real functioning network that you can rent decentralized GPUs on, like Akash network, is a no-brainer bet in the new wave of AI hype, which will likely bring more demand for these GPU rendering power. Another upgrade to keep an eye on is the upcoming Akash Network Economics 2.0. This will introduce new features to the AKT token, such as a take and make fees in AKT on their GPU marketplace. Before I get into the final pick, I also have two honorable mentions in the AI sector that I think will do well in the short term, but I don't see them as long-term holds. The first one is Fetch AI FET. This is a SaaS platform that allows you to integrate AI into your existing Web2 applications. And Fetch AI is one of the most well-known AI coins in the entire industry, and that's why I think it will catch on to the AI narrative. Now, one thing to be excited about is the Fetch AI token chart, which is looking really healthy. You see, this long-term resistance that we have had since the all-time high in 2021 has been broken through in this recent rally. And we can also spot a clear double bottom pattern with a neckline that is this blue line that clearly intersects with this diagonal resistance, which is now turned into support. So this gives me a really clear entry target of around 30 cents if price comes back down to retest this level. And that is it. I think Fetch AI is one of the most well-known AI coins. So as AI becomes a popular narrative again, people will flood into this position. Combine that with this clear trade opportunity, I still think this coin is worth mentioning in the AI narrative. Another honorable mention is Ocean Protocol. This is a data marketplace that is often grouped into the AI coins narrative. But really, this coin has very little to do with AI. But knowing how crypto narratives work, this coin will still do well when other AI coins start running. You see, Ocean Protocol had a huge run in the end of last year during the AI craze, and now it's breaking out again with this new wave. Similar to the chart on Fetch AI, is also breaking out of this diagonal resistance, so now I can bet on a retest at this previous resistance turned into support right around 35 cents as an entry. To be honest, this is one of the cleanest charts I've seen that is clearly showing a bull flag that is now being broken to the upside. So a short-term trade is definitely interesting for Ocean Protocol. Finally, my top pick in November's AI crypto wave is Render RNDR. I have also covered this project briefly in our original AI crypto video. You can go check that out. Now, in my original coverage, I said that Render is mistakenly grouped in the AI category. However, I want to retract this claim because I've realized that the entire explosion of GPU demand in the world has been entirely fueled by the usage in AI. Being the #1 decentralized GPU rendering platform, Render Network is also the #1 decentralized AI training platform. Whoever controls the most amount of GPU power will also have the biggest market share in AI model training. This is because AI model training is the biggest demand in GPUs today. Therefore, a bet on Render is a direct bet on the demand of AI. Now, since our original coverage, Render has also gone through a soft rebrand to significantly highlight their main use case of AI model training. Render sits at a $1.3 billion in fully diluted market cap today, so it's a relatively big project, and you might be thinking, well, why does Render have the most potential in your opinion? This is because Render has some significant catalyst events coming this month. Number one is with the Solana Breakpoint Conference, which lasts from October 30th to November 3rd. Render is supposed to release their 2.0 roadmap, which will include all of their latest features that they're working on. And they're doing it at the Solana conference because Render has announced that they will be migrating to the Solana blockchain in last year's conference. So what are the new upgrades coming up? Number one is with their BME token burn model. BME stands for Burn and Mint Equilibrium. This is a new tokenomics upgrade that will change the Render token from just a mining token as rewards to a token that's closely related to the demand of the GPUs on the Render network. As the network utility goes up, more and more Render tokens will be bought and burnt. And similarly, the node operators will also receive more rewards if the network demand is higher. Another major update in Render 2.0 is their integration with a new project called IO.net. This is supposedly the world's largest GPU decentralized physical infrastructure, or DePIN. Very similar to the Akash SuperCloud AI, you can soon rent your own NVIDIA H100 or A100 top-end GPUs for use. On top of this, IO.net is anticipating more than 100,000 GPUs across the world with all the mining facilities that they have partnered with. The last roadmap item to be excited about is Render's future potential to be integrated with the spatial web and Apple's Vision Pro project. You guys might remember when Apple announced their official AR headsets, which are called Vision Pro, these super next-gen AR headsets that allow you to see through the whole headset and control everything just with your hands. Well, get this, the parent company of Render is Altcoins, which is the parent company behind the Octane Render. This is a GPU-based rendering engine that is quite popular in the mainstream tech world. And Octane was one of the first engines to support the mobile chips, Apple's M1 and M2 chips on their latest iPads. This is why there is an exclusive native integration here between Render Network's parent company Altcoins with their Octane engine and Apple's hardware, which are the M1 and M2 chips. The M2 chip powers the Vision Pro headset, which means Render Network and their Octane engine is natively supported in this hardware. This is an exclusive roadmap item that could really set Render apart in the long term. Lastly, a quick look at Render Coin's price. In the last 2 months, Render has had a major rally already and almost touching the May highs we had in the last AI wave. So in the immediate short term, I think this Solana breakpoint announcement with Render 2.0 will be a small sell the news event. And that's why I'm not entering into this position yet. Instead, I'm waiting until the event finishes and for the short-term hype to fizzle out. And I will be targeting around $2.20 as the buying range. This level was a significant resistance level in February of this year when Render had its first rally up. There was also a lot of resistance around this level in June before Render had its major correction. You can also trace all the way back to the beginning of 2022 when the bear market officially started, and this level was also significant support back then. That's why I'm looking to load up Render at around $2.20, and my first take profit target will be the previous highs made this summer around $2.70. Ideally, I would like to hold this Render position for the long term as the bull market is starting to come back, and I believe AI coins will be one of the leading sectors going into 2024. And Render being the #1 AI altcoin out there with a real technology company behind it with actual adoption of their GPUs in AI training, I think this coin has really good potential as a long-term hold. Okay, that wraps up today's video of my top 3 altcoin picks in November in the AI sector. I really think November is the time to pay attention again to the AI sector. OpenAI's developer conference will be a huge event to watch. As AI becomes a hot topic again in the traditional tech space, the crypto AI altcoins will most likely gain from this as well. Don't overthink it. I'm personally going to focus heavily on AI altcoins for November. Okay, that's it for today's video. If you like this content, make sure to subscribe to the channel to not miss our monthly top crypto series. And follow me on X at VirtualBacon0x, where I drop a lot more daily crypto alpha that's too quick for these in-depth videos. Lastly, join our Discord on virtualbacon.com, or you can find the link down below, discord.gg/virtualbacon. We have our free VIP channels with our daily trade setups and my personal altcoin alpha. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.